Yeah, buddy. We are live. We are live. Welcome in, everybody. It's so good to see you at 6:38 p.m. just outside of Toronto time. Parked in the gym, parked in the parking lot, going to the gym. Live. Yeah, buddy. What's happening, buddies? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Second car stream of the season. Yeah, buddy. Good to see everybody. Good to see guys. Good to see everybody. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing awesome. Happy Sunday. It is gray here, super gray, dreary, cloudy, monotone. It kind of turns my stomach a little bit. It's stomach turning and wrenching. Thanks for liking the stream. But yeah, it's really just like the vomit. The sky looks like vomit. You know, the sky doesn't look very well. It looks ill. The sky looks ill. Yeah, but hopefully the sun will shine through. Eventually it will. It's just a matter of, we just got to get there, you know? It's just a matter of getting there, so. And wherever we're going, we're getting there. We just got to let the time unfold. It's going great, Deli. How are you doing, brother? Doing great. Sunday evening. Just dropped my son off. Spent the weekend with my son, which was always like a blast. We just have so much fun. Even just like hanging out, you know? But yeah, just dropped him off. And here we are, Sunday evening. I'm going to go in and get a good stretch and a good workout and get some blood flow. And continue on with my Sunday, wherever that leads me. How about you guys? How's everybody doing? How y'all doing? How was your Sunday? What did all you guys get into today? Actually spent a lot of time sleeping. Slept a lot. Both of us, we got like really good sleep today. That felt really good. Sleep is precious. So really enjoyed that, sleeping in. And then we had a nice barbecue and we just talked, you know? We always just talk. We're just talking about like what's going on in life and things like that. But here we are. Let us know what you guys are wearing. Good to see everybody. Shout outs to everybody. Rich and Jared and Samantha and Dushan. Good to see Dushan. Stacy. Dushan is in Bois d'Armenie. Love that. Wally is here. What's happening, Wally? Good to see Wally behaving. Deli doing great, bro. What's the brand of hoodie? I like the color scheme. This is a Nike. Nike. It's a Nike. It's a Nike. Yeah, I like the color too. I love the color. Kind of a peachy salmony thing. That's why I bought it, because of the color. And I'm in my green Nike pants. Somebody, I can't remember who it was, but they called me a carrot. Was it on the stream? Was it in public? It might have been on the stream. I can't remember. Somebody called me a carrot. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. I do resemble a carrot top. But how's everyone doing? Rizzard is here. Good to see Rizzard. Jared's in Virgin Island water. Nice. Dan is in LA. Hopefully it's sunnier in LA than here, bud. But I imagine you guys get a lot of smog in LA too. Samantha's got the same weather. Dushan coming back from Macedonia from his vacation. Nice, from the cottage. Stacy is in Fleur de la Lida by Dusita. What's happening? Fragrance time in Jubilation 25 for women. Nice. Same weather here, the side of Holy Cottonmouth. Yeah, it's good. It's a good time for cotton picking. But I am in, and I thought about like what would resemble this dewy sky. It's a very wet sky. It's soaking wet, like it looks like it's going to start pouring. So to me, it's a very dew-filled sky. And I reached for what I think is probably one of the most dewy perfumes in my collection. And this is a spring dew, not Mountain Dew. This is a rose dew. Lilith was asking about rose water perfumes when she was on stream with us on Saturday. And this might be perfect for that. This is Gucci's A Song for the Rose, which is super duper dewy. It's just got like dew dripping off of the rose petals. It's all rose and dew. Rose and dew. A little bit of green stem, but mostly rose petals. For the dew. And Alberto Marias. Nice and spicy. Spicy rose. Hello from Vegas. What's happening, Vegas? Dropout is in Bella Despiro. Awesome. Good to see Dropout. How you been? Samantha ready for the opera in her Santh. In, 31 Rue. Yeah, you can definitely wear 31 Rue to the opera. Hey, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. What are y'all doing? I'm just on my way to get a good workout and get some blood flow, get some exercise, just to feel good. And Gucci bottle is very pretty. It is. I like the color of the glass. It looks, my mom said it looked Middle Eastern. But it feels mostly like an English style of rose, almost like English tea rose, rose water, dewy rose petals. It's light and airy and a touch green and musky and floral, powdery. It does have the, kind of those classic soaps and powders. Yeah, it's very soapy. More soapy than powdery. But it has like a twang of green spice, like coriander or cilantro. It's very fresh and aromatic. There might even be lavender in here. Ooh. Something is aromaticing. Maybe like a touch of dry lavender, but I think mostly like wet green spices. Yeah, rose and spice. But yeah, I love the bottle too. It's a really nice, thick blue. I wonder why they chose blue for rose though. Interesting choice. Why not red? I guess red would be way too predictable. I don't know. Mr. Bean, yes. Pedro Pascal. Nice hoodie. Thank you. That's compliment number 2 on the hoodie. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Come on in. Iran is the best. Hello, Iran. I like your hair, but you kind of look like Mr. Bean. Thank you. Lord Charles says, wore Coromandel today. It gave me aura. Yeah, you got to be auralist to not be getting aura for Coromandel. Definitely. But that aura came from you. You know, Coromandel just kind of activated. It was a reminder. Coromandel was the bookmark to your aura. The aura comes from you. Wally says it was okay, but it was not a great blind blind. What are you talking about, Wally? Oh, Fetiche La Rose by Quentin Biche. It was like rose water. It sucked. Oh, is that the Louboutin one? The one that you sent me 1,000 pictures of? Is that the one? The packaging is great. Love the packaging. I love I love the cap. I love the witchy, sharp, pointed claw, fingernail, nail spike sort of claw cap. Are you the big J? I am the big E. I am the big E. Or you. Who's the big J? Wore vintage polo green today. Awesome. What's happening, Basil? I love that too. That's one of my OG fragrances. Noob is in Noob Master. A Bleu de Chanel L'Exclusive doesn't last that long for the price point because it's a pot de foam or an extrait, and they last. They're just really close to the skin. There's not a lot of throw, not a lot of projection, but yeah, it's very oily. Lord Charles says Les Exclusives activates my aura. Nice. Where does that aura come from? Does it come from the mind? Does it come from the chest? Does it come from the spirit? Where? Which part? Does it come from all of you, all parts of you, all parts of the chakra? I guess it would, because our energy kind of flows like this from the inside out, and in this kind of spiral too. Yeah, aura's pretty cool. It's an energy. It's almost like a ball of energy right around you. You got to feel it. And that energy, you can definitely grow that. You can expand that aura depending on how you feel, depending on your vibration, your frequency. Or if you feel like shit, that aura shrinks. It can totally disappear. Or it's just like a negative aura. Ooh. And then you got to shake it off. You ever see animals do this? They're shaking off negative energy. That's what they do. But humans don't know how to shake it off, so they store that energy. And it turns to trauma, which is, again, piling on top of more negative aura. So you got to shake it off. And that's why Taylor Swift has that song called Shake It Off. Like, you know what I mean? There's symbolism and messages everywhere. Shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it off and move on to the next thing. Finally, about Beau de Jour. Nice. It appeared in discounters, but disappeared from all duty-free shops. Yeah, Beau de Jour is great. What's happening often licked? Dig the salmon hoodie. Thanks, bro. That's compliment number 3. I got more compliments on the hoodie than on the perfume. Does anybody like A Song for the Rose? Kind of a sad perfume, to be honest. Like, it reminds me of that song from Poison. You know that song? Poison has that song. Every rose has its thorn, and every cowboy has a sad, sad song. And it's true. Every cowboy has his sad, sad song. But this is just like a rose out there, out in the forest alone, doing its own thing, doing rose things. But makes me remiss like 80s and 90s rock ballads. Space, what's happening? I think I will sell my Coromandel bottle. I don't like the typical earthy chocolate raspy patchouli. Can't get on with it. Wow. No way. See, you don't hear that very often. Somebody not getting on with Coromandel. I don't hear it very often, to be honest. Like a negative, somebody being touched negatively by Coromandel. Often is in Portrait of a Lady. Laura Charles says, have you tried Balenciaga line that came out last year? No, sir. Not yet. Carl is in Heritage. What's happening, Lizabs? Mr. Lizabs. Carl, man, I'm hitting those abs every day. What? I don't know. What do I got to do, bud? It's this stubborn belly fat that won't go away. It's like they say, the first in, last out. So the first fat that you gain is the last to go away. The last fat you gain is the first to go away. when you start exercising. So it's like that deep, stubborn belly fat just hovering over the abs. I guess that's going to be mostly diet, no matter how many leg raises we do. I wonder how much the environment gets damaged for some company to release a filter flanker. Yeah, they don't care, man. Companies do not care. Especially the ones that actually promote green. Those are the worst ones. Those ones waste more than the others. I know. We all know. I don't need to tell you. Sent to the day, Mitsuko. Yo, awesome. EDP. Good. I love hearing that. I don't know, that makes me happy when I hear someone else is enjoying Mitsuko. Burger Super King is in Gerlon Lidge. EDT, or is asking, Gerlon Lidge or Diptyque Tempo? See, these both do very similar things. Both are great. I'm going to say I prefer Lidge a little bit more. And EDT, yes. If you ask me EDP or Tempo, I would probably say Tempo. I'm not a Lidge liquor. There's a lot of Lidge liquors, okay? And they're awful people. No, I just never got the hype on the Lidge EDP or the Parfum or whatever it was called. Oh, Extreme. Yeah. There was a lot of extremists for the Oh Extreme. I prefer the EDT. I would say Guerlain Lidge EDT, then Tempo, then Oh Extreme. Lord Charles says, I tried Blue Les Exclusive last week. It was horrible. Get it away from me. I didn't mind the leathery aspects, but yeah, it was a little too much. The leather and the amber and the Bleu de Chanel. Yeah, it was just like the gears were just fucking grinding, you know? That perfume just couldn't find it for me. Yeah, there's just too much going on. Get the negative aura out the sunroof. It's always open. I always got airflow. You got to change the airflow for the aura. You got to keep replenishing. Air gets stale really fast. Your house, your workplace, indoors, the mall, the gym, the grocery store. You notice the air in that place, there's all kind of like you need to freshen the air. Yeah, and that always helps with aura too. Get that airflow. It's connecting. Also, when you're outside, you're connected to a higher consciousness too. You're not stuck in these, I don't know, artificial lighting and climate controlled rooms. Space says, I was watching your Rose 31 and Santal 33 reviews today. I need to get Rose 31. It's top 3 Lilabos ever made. Yeah, I have a love-hate with 31 too. It's like some days I love it and others I was like, it wears differently. Maybe it's my skin. Maybe it's the skin chemistry. We don't bond, we don't mesh. Often says I've only smelled the heart of Leo from the Alchemist Garden Collection. Need a Rose and Midnight Stroll. So the Alchemist Garden Collection have released quite a bit of new perfumes. And I don't think Alberto Marias is creating them anymore. I think it's the guy who made Aventus is now making them, no? Jean-Christophe Hero. I'm pretty sure he's the name behind them. What's up, Yossi? Good to see you. Good to see everybody on this Sunday. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'll tell you a note I hate, clove. Yo, I love clove. It's one of my favorite things. It's not just one of my favorite spices. It's one of my favorite notes in perfume. I love clove. I always said a clove would bump a fragrance from a 4. You put clove in it, it's probably a 5. It's that simple. That's the trick. Clove, 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 clove. You look at all the greats, they all have that clove. Even the feminine, the women's, the old classic women's perfumes all have clove. Clove, clove, clove. Are you going to get that Jit bottle? Should I, Jared? Maybe if the guy still has it. I got this guy out here in Toronto, and every couple, I don't know, every like month he posts some really good stuff that he's got. Brand new, never sprayed. Like, I don't ask him where he got, I don't want to know, but he's always got great deals, and I always buy stuff. That's like pretty much where I get a lot of my stuff lately from. And he posted a Jit for a good price. I just don't know how it wears though. Often says my ab workout is 3 times 10 fork laydowns. Fork laydowns. Okay, fork laydowns. We call those something different here. Trying to stay below 1,800 calories a day. Oh man, 1,800 calories isn't a whole lot. How much do you weigh? Bro, don't like Coromandel. Cheers. What's happening, Booby, in Tonka Imperial? Hey, where have you been? We haven't seen you in a while. Missed you in the last stream. Hope you're doing good. Good to see you. What's happening, Moose, you son of a... Fragrance Time says, I do a lot of fork laydowns and pickups. No, what do we call those? Like the bridges. You're alive? I'm alive. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Lidge the stream. Yeah, Lidge the stream. Lidge. You guys are all saying Lidge over tempo? I would say Lidge over tempo, yeah. But I love how fresh this rose is. Really fresh and green and springy, like the spring air. Fresh, dewy spring air. Fresh and dewy. Dewy and Louis. Can't decide which patchouli to get, Lidge, EDT, or Tempo. Like both, but Lidge smells a bit dated on me. Can't wear Coromandel, although like the smell. Why can't you wear Coromandel? Too dry? I can't imagine people having a problem with Coromandel. But it is a big patchouli, and patchouli's not the easiest thing to enjoy. It's a big herbal bush. It's a little bit weird, but I love it. Most perfume heads do love patchouli. Green, earthy, a bit sour, chocolatey. It's just perfect. It's a little bit buttery. It's a little bit floral. I get rose and iris in there, like touch. Try Pachuli Imperial from Christian Dior. Try Pachuli Noisette from Les Indemnidables. A guy from, I talked to a guy in El Salvador who owns a boutique, and he carries Les Indemnidables. And I asked him, like, what's the best seller? Thinking he's going to say Vanille Havana. He says, no, Pachuli Noisette. They're going crazy for it. So try that one. But there's tons of patchouli fragrances. There's tons. Try Psychedelic. Try Patchouli Nobile. Yeah, Patchouli Nobile. That one's really good. But there's patchouli in almost everything. What's happening, Baboosh? Good to see Baboosh. What's up? Get an air purifier. I need a water purifier. Thinking of getting a reverse osmosis or anything just to clean the tap water. What are you guys all drinking? What do you guys drink on a day-to-day basis? So we drink mostly bottled water. Or Patchouli 24. Oh, Patchouli 24. That's one of my favorites. But that is way more of something that is artistic and creative than I would want to wear every day. That, like, I gotta be a special mood for that. Yeah, really special mood. You almost feel like Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs wearing Pachuli 24. You know, it's a little bit scary at times, but really, really great. Often I wore number 19 this morning and it is beautiful. I wore number 19 2 days in a row. Love it, love it, love it. And it's perfect for this weather too. Perfect, beautiful, stunning. Eloise, hello Eloise. Happy Sunday. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Good to see ya. Everybody's excited. Fragrance time, Wally, Samantha. Can't spell clove without love. Right? Exactly. Exactly. You're going to find it in all the classics. Rochas Femme, Coco. Shalimar might not have it, but it's everywhere. Jean-Claude Elena's signature. Portrait of a Lady has a good clove. Musgrave Azure is a good clove. Tobacco Vanille is a good clove. I don't ever think I've smelled a clove that I didn't enjoy. Portrait has a good dose of clove. Greetings from the future, Eloise. All right, he's putting it out there in the metaverse. What would that be, like the cloud? Oh, they they canceled the metaverse, eh? I heard Zuck threw in the towel. Lost what, $900 billion on the metaverse? So he's closing it down. How wild is that? But everybody needs a JIT in their collection. Deli says I'm doing 1,600 calories during the weekday, 1,800 in the weekend. Yo, what is that, like 6 strawberries and a walnut? Like, what do you get from 1,600 calories? Why is everyone on a calorie restriction? I don't know. I guess it's something to do to challenge ourselves. I think it's important to watch a little bit, to watch consumption in some way. We cutting for this summer. Yeah, we getting ready for ourselves. Wally says, oh, Dahlia's here. What's happening, Dahlia? Good to see Dahlia. Guys, let us know what you're wearing. If you haven't already, let us know what you're wearing. Wally says, that is wild. I can't resist Cornmeal. Me neither, man. Me neither. What's going on? You, how's it going? Going good. Going good. Going great. Like, everything's going. It's just going, you know, and we go with it. You can't, just don't try and stop whatever is happening. Once you try and stop what is meant to happen, that's when you get stuck, and that's when it stops going. But it's going good. We just keep going and going and going and going. In whichever direction, like, we turn. Pachuli is easy to wear if you're not a wuss. Cheers, Dahlia. I love your honesty. I love your honesty. Speaking of roses, I am wearing MFK a la Rose. What a fantastic, fresh, watery rose. The men's one, L'Homme, is a total disaster, though. You know what, Ollie? I'm going to agree with you. I own the men's. And yeah, it just, meh, it's not the same. I think this is much more interesting than a la Rose, MFK a la Rose. It's just very invisible and synthetic and green. And there's not much character to it, to be honest. It's like this really minimalistic rose. It's not horrible, right? But it doesn't have a whole lot of personality. That's what rose should have, a personality. Rose is the highest vibrating. It should have the biggest personality. Not everything needs to be Portrait of a Lady or Rochas Femme or Coco, but like, you're going to be light and airy and watery and still have personality. Thoughts on Hermescence Iris? I don't like it. Iris Yukoi. Yeah, no, I can't get on with it. It's way too sharp an air freshener for me. It's like a Glade plug-in. Iris Yukoi. I'm not hating on it. I just don't like it. Eloise found Paddock, by the way. It's back. So, yeah, Paddock 2026. I saw a Cheap Imitation picked one up, too. And I'm kind of... Well, he says he doesn't find it dirty or animalic. And I don't believe they changed the formula. I imagine it's going to be the same formula. But I'm interested. Like, he didn't find it... Yeah, I didn't find it dirty, which I find it extremely dirty. So I'm curious if they've changed it. But congrats on Paddock. Paddock is something big and bold, and it's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting to have. Eugene, why did Crystal appear then disappear the other day? Abracadabra? I don't know. Hocus pocus, a la Magoo. You gotta ask him. I can't answer that. Like, who was the guy from the polka dot door that would kind of... Do you guys remember the polka dot door? What was the name of the guy that would come and disappear while somebody was gone? Yukoi. Cartier Lure de Fondue is a gorgeous patchouli. Yes, another chocolatey patchouli. I'm thinking about hiring someone to make a glass water purifier. Bottled water, black coffee, Mountain Dew. I drink filtered carbonated water. What do you think of Paddock, Eloise? Yeah. Yeah, Eloise, what do you think of Paddock? We'd love to know. I'm sure we'll hear about it really soon. Paddock is dirty. It's muddy and hoofy and toothy and foody. It's a little bit horse foody. You can smell the chains. I think there's oud in Paddock. You described Pachuli 24 once as earthy or grave-like death or dirty soil or something. Yeah, like embalming fluid. It's like what you fill dead people with so their corpse don't rot. Like, it's very funeral home-ish. I found it a little harsh and kind of hard to wear, but I love Hermes and might just keep it for the love of the game. So Paddock will last 3 days. If you don't wash it off, it'll last a month if you don't wash. It doesn't go, Paddock does not go away. You need to, you need a good Varsol bath after wearing Paddock. What do I think of Ganymede? I hate it. I hate Ganymede. One sec, I'll be right back. P24 is very smoky and leathery. Yes, I would agree with that. And birch tarry. It's patchouli and birch tar, but it's like this incredible combination of leather, smoke, birch tar, patchouli, earth. You know what? I think it's better than Santal 33. I prefer it to Santal 30. Those are Le Labo's two biggies. Santal 33, Patchouli 24. I find Patchouli 24 much more manageable for me. And they're doing very similar things. They're both smoky, dry, incensey, green. Both are green perfumes. But to me, Santal 33 it's unwearable. Cannot wear it. Amouage Figment is closer to earth than grave. P24, Patchouli 24 is barbecue through and through. Eloise really likes Paddock. I had a sample and this seems to smell the same as the previous year. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to hear. Hopefully the dirty parts will come out for cheap imitation. What's your favorite Guerlain fragrance and why? Probably Mitsuko. It's my all-time favorite fragrance. But I have so many favorite Guerlain fragrances. Okay, Mitsuko, Jiki, Le Bleu, Samsara, Shamad, all of them. I love all of them. I love more than I don't. Heritage I love. Lidge I love. Habit Rouge. Habit Rouge is nice. Vetiver I'm trying to love. Vetiver's it's a tough love. It's a big honking. It's a challenging love. But we'll get there one day. Eat 100,000 calories a day and use Ozempic. Yeah, no, that'll probably make you not feel very good. Also bought Tom Ford Noir and Ombre Leather. They're trying to get me on Ozempic, but I don't know. That's something you got to think about. Best modern patchouli, I think, is Monsieur or Patchouli Noisette. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Monsieur is great too. I had that on a few days ago. Just for the tangerine. Or is it clementine? Or is it nectarine? I think it's tangerine. But what's the difference really? Tangerine, clementine, nectarine. Who would know the difference? Pradeep said the formula is the same for Paddock. Yeah, I can't imagine them changing it. All they changed was the packaging, the label on the cover, and yeah, the date. Because it says on the back of the label, the year. What was your take on the new number 5? I thought it was the same as the old number 5. I didn't get any differences, but I love the packaging. I want it. I want it. Yeah, I want it. I compared it to the one you sent me, and I think it's the same. Which year is the one you sent me? So I didn't have the original. I have the 2025. I never got the 2024. I got to smell it, and I think they're the same. So, yeah. So, yeah. Mine was the 2025. And if yours is the same, that means all three of them are the same. 2024, 25, and 26 Paddock are all the same. It seems like. I had a 2009 bottle of Patchouli 24, but sold it too smoky. No way. The Le Labo Lover. You sold Pachuli. No way. Paddock is horse noises. I definitely get horse chains on there. Chains and saddle. Horse saddle. Paddock is the same. All are made in 2023. Yucky Gallowwood. Yeah, Elang 49 is a bigger patch than Patchouli 24. Honestly, it's too thick and floral. Elang 49, okay. Yeah, it might have a lot of patch. It's not as easy to wear. It's even harder to wear and smells even more like death than Patchouli 24. Elang 49. It smells like funeral parlor. Big, white, heady, floral. That one turns, like, I love it, spaced, but it turns my stomach. They have made a mega batch of Paddock in 2023. A mega pint, said Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp making mega pints. Patchouli 24, like charcoal wood used in Japanese cooking. Well, I never tried Paddock. You're in for a treat, Well. Dushan says, Mitsuko forever, Ganymede for never. I love that. We got to get that on t-shirts. Mitsuko forever, Ganymede never. That's it. You got it. We need to get some of Dushan's quotes on t-shirts. I'm wearing Bois d'Armenie, says Dushan. If only Jean-Claude Elena made a patch for Hermescence, it would be so watery and wearable and transparent. What's the most patched heavy thing in? Is it Ombre Nargi? Yeah. Nothing with Pachuli on the name. Interesting. They've got so many ouds all of a sudden, but not a Pachuli. Dushan, you don't like Ganymede? Eloise, do you like Ganymede? I can't remember what Eloise's take was on Ganymede. A Bois d'Armenie is a low moisture masterpiece. What does low moisture mean? It needs moisturizer. Any thoughts on Clive Christian C woody leather? One of the best leathers out there. I don't remember it. Ollie. Eloise wore Bois d'Armenie last week. Coromandel gets smoky in the base, loses the amazing creamy opening completely. Wally wants to know if Eloise likes Ganymede. When will Bellam restock? Hopefully in the next month, bud. I'm waiting too. Like, I've got so much demand for it. You know what I mean? I could be selling it, but hopefully in the next month. I don't even think they've shipped yet. I think they're still in France. But yeah, just waiting on them to ship. And waiting on packaging too. But waiting. It's like, hopefully it's the short game. But try, if you haven't yet, try Philosopher's Walk. Try Philosopher's Walk. Get a sample of Philosopher's Walk if you like. Amber Waters sounds so good. Well, he did L'Eau d'Ombre. I don't own that L'Eau d'Ombre and L'Eau d'Ombre Extreme. I got a soft spot for sci-fi leatheriness. Oh, is that Ganymede? Sci-fi? It is sci-fi. Rich prefers the Extreme. I need to compare them. Extreme of... The whole line of Dushan t-shirts I'd buy. Yeah, he's got some pretty good ones. Who's going to start this up? Here you go. Who wants to be an entrepreneur? Space says, I can't stand earthy chocolate patch no matter the brand. Smells like dusty old moldy wooden furniture. Maybe my mind will change. Then do not try L'Artisan's either. L'Artisan's Pachuli patch is very much that too. It's like pumpkins and patchouli. We also need germs for t-shirts, and this sentence, Zagorsk is better. Ganymede is a modern classic. Fight me. I would throw down. I would throw down on that. I would defend our reputation, and yeah. As long as we can shake after. As long as there's a good shake. Often says, I feel a little guilty that I got a second bottle of Bellam on the used market. Don't feel guilty, man. Just be glad you got one. Enjoy it. That's what they were made for, to be enjoyed. Amouage Purpose is my favorite biche. It's so good. Incense and cooked vegetable. Ooh, cooked veggies. Huge sweaty cumin with swampy greens. It sounds like a stew, bud. Cooked vegetables. Are you a tea drinker, Eugene? Wonder whether silver needle white tea buds might appeal to you. I've started drinking a little bit of tea before bed out in my meditations, just to keep me cold. Like if I go out in the backyard to meditate at night before bed, it's still cold, so I get a tea to keep me warm. Where can I get a Philosopher's Walk in EU? Try Bistro or Saint Celier, or there's a place in Italy, Olfativo. What are they called? Studio. I think it's Studio Olfativo. Those are the best places. Well, in the UK, it would be Saint Celier. So in the EU, La Bistro de la Butte, they're in France, and Studio Olfativo are in Italy. YouTube is auto-translating some phrases. We did mention the Elna Amber for La Parfume. What is YouTube translating? Christian says, I like Ganymede. I find it wearable and interesting, but don't love it. Louise hasn't said yet whether she likes it or not. I'm curious. Maybe she'll do a video. Or maybe she hasn't smelled it. Unpopular opinion. I know psychedelic blows away Coromandel. No. 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 No, Mikey V. Yeah, that is very unpopular. But I love that you're standing your ground. That is bold, but not true for me. I love your truth. We fight, then shake and drink later. You drink, I smoke, but deal. I'm down. Yeah. A good fight is nice. Every once in a while, I think a man needs to have a good fight and let that aggression and regression and anger out of them. Because everybody's got like built up, pent up tension. Doesn't matter how much you work on yourself or focus and go inwards. We all have that. Sometimes a nice, like, maybe a nice slapping match. You ever see those yeah, those things look vicious though. Slap fights. I need a massage. I need a massage too. I got so many knots in my back. And I know once they get ironed out, it's gonna be sore as fuck. Everything is an illusion. Everything is absolutely an illusion, including this video. You're not really watching me. I don't really exist. You're imagining me in your own mind. You're living a sim. Okay, let's not start this. Let's not. We can, but let's not start. Now is not the time to start this. I haven't smoked enough. Eloise probably went and sprayed Ganymede for reference and passed out. Carbon monoxide, or open the windows, Eloise. Get some air. Are you still thinking of sending samples of Philosopher's Walk to any reviewers, or are we skipping that? Yeah, that's the thing. What do you guys think? What do you guys think I should do? I love the simulation talks, but now is not the time. I did try. I didn't hate Ganymede, but I wouldn't buy it. I own Tilla, but haven't used it yet. We'll see. How about a review? Will there ever be a review or first impressions or anything? I think a lot of people would enjoy that. Who would enjoy Eloise reviewing Ganymede? The Immortelle and Cuban and Ganymede, save it for me. Oh man, I don't know if they're saving for me, brah. For me, there's no saving. Celine night clubbing is what I'm excited to try. Black tie has a great balsamic gummy texture. I wore, not on here, I wore it this morning. Black tie. I wore black tie this, no, it was a night clubbing. No, black tie. The vanilla. I wore it this morning. But I'm cleaned and showered since. I heard they're using Ganymede to disperse crowds at demonstrations. Wally loves Ganymede. Eloise did not pass out from Ganymede. She's still with us. It's the only marketing that works, it seems, these days. It's the only marketing that works. I've had a couple of people reach out asking if I'd be willing to send them some. And I said I have. I haven't yet. I don't know. We'll see. I got to figure something out. I don't know what to do. $200 ml of black tie available again at Celine. Bozlak says, I think there's not much to lose by sending samples to reviewers. Did you see Brooke and My World of Fragrance tried Philosopher's Walk on their video together? I haven't, no. Where was this? No, I totally missed it. Totally missed it. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll catch it after this. I'd love to see it. I love both Brooke and Sam. Sam is great. Brooke has been nothing but amazing. So a lot of love to Brooke and Sam, My World of Fragrance. Awesome. I look forward to seeing that. Eloise says, I want to try Ensalade just because it's tuberose and I love tuberose. Ensalade is, I always get the feeling like that's the sister or brother or cousin of Ganymede. So it's like by default, you know what I mean? It's just like, but I don't really know it either. Wally says, Eloise, try Aldebaran. Dahlia says, I'd buy a shirt that says Zagorsk is better. Is that Germs' thing? Zagorsk is better. What? Every time the Comme des Garçons perfumes, incense perfumes comes up, is that his reply? Ensalade is a rhubarb bomb. Comme des Garçons Rouge is, I think, that too, rhubarb. That is on my to-buy list. Rouge. Where's Jared? He keeps asking me, what's next on your to-buy list? Rouge. Rouge I would love. I love how fruity and incensey it is. On My World of Fragrances channel. Or YouTube. Or I haven't had a chance to see it, no. No, I totally missed it. She loved it. Awesome. The video was great. When was this? Like, was it this weekend? Because I know they're having a pop-up. Brooke is having a pop-up with Saint Celier in London somewhere. And I think Sam was there as well. So, was the video this weekend? Just curious, which reviewers did you have in mind? Some good ones. Good ones, really good ones. Who are the Ganny lovers here? Carl, Wally, Eloise, and Mikey V, says Bobby Dior. Well, Eloise, she said she was kind of like so-so. Mikey V, yeah. Carl, too. Wally says, Eloise, if you love Aldebaran, you're dead to me. See, Wally taking his perfume serious. Oh, man. I don't remember Ensalade smelling very rhubarb or tuberose, just a lot of Aki Galloway. Tell me about the vibration of Aki Galloway. What does it vibrate like? And you know what? It vibrates like you're driving down the highway and you get a flat tire. That's what it vibrates like. It's just a horrible feeling. Mike says, Ensalade is not good. It's like a very vegetal Ganymede. Yes, they said great things about Philosopher's Walk. Awesome. Yay. I can't wait to watch. Space says, I remember liking Ganymede, but I'm not obsessed with it. It's a great, creative, modern scent. I get so much Terre de Hermes from it. But it was so full that I feel like I had sprayed the perfume inside of my brain. And it was just like, inside of my brain, I had this big, it was just like a jiggle. My brain was just like getting thrown around inside of my head. It was just like sloshing around in there. Yeah, it was just a weird perfume. Very digital or futuristic, like often says. But yeah, very vibraty, but not a good vibraty. It's like a concussion. Ganymede feels like a concussion. You're like getting tackled in the NFL by a 380-pound lineman. Rouge is fantastic. I got 2 100 ml bottles still. There you go. Incense Kyoto is superior. Delia says I wore it in 100 and 110 and 115 Arizona heat often, so I can imagine it smelled the way Biche intended. Mike says I'm not a Ganymede lover. Clearing the air. Mike's not impressed. Well, Bobby said it. Bobby's calling it out. Brooke and Sam review was 2 weeks ago. Oh, see, I missed it. Missed it. Sense of Thought reviewed Philosophers. Yes, I saw that one. I caught that. Mo. Big Mo put up some first impressions. Yeah, check out Mo's first impressions. Ganymede is impressive stuff. Mom likes it as well, but I don't spray that much of it. Only 1 or 2 sprays. Your mom likes it too? Damn. I wonder what my mom would think of it. She hated... Ombre Nomad was the worst reaction she gave to any of my perfumes. She's like, yeah, no. What are you wearing? It smells like chemicals. Sense for Thought loved Philosopher's Walk, says Mike Brown. That's good to hear. Anyone that likes Aldebaran can't be trusted. Guilty by association. I sampled Ganymede with a Dabber sample and liked it. Ordered a bottle and sprayed it and my knees almost buckled. I think that's how I would have felt if I had picked up Queer Saddle and brought it home without putting on my skin. On cloth, I was like, oh, this is nice. Like, there's nothing wrong. This is a really nice leather. I put it on my skin. I was like, oh, very different. Very different. Much ashier. Wally is Aldebaran tuberose. Often says, I think some people are more sensitive to the aroma chemicals than others. It tickles my brain the right way, almost like morbid curiosity. I don't like the way it touches my brain. Yes, 100%. The amberwoods come out much stronger on skin for Queer Saddle. Yeah, I did not like that vibration either. Someone tell Eugene Aldebaran is where Spock is from. I think I heard that before. Was it from you? Boo Boo? It is tuberose squared. Death by tuberose. Just get a la nuit, Serge Luton's. If you want death by tuberose. No, but I haven't tried this. Tuberose squared. tuberose pie. It's 7:38 already. It's still not dark here, which is nice. We waited a long time to get to this point. So we're almost there, fellas. We're almost there. Not too much longer now. So hold on tight, right? We're almost there. Or the sun is almost here. Ombre Nomad did amber woods the correct way. Carnal flower is the one big tuberose I enjoy. Yeah. Carnal flower is like, it hits the inner child. That makes the inner child happy. It is like the ice cream of tuberose fragrances. Even though there's no ice cream in it. But it feels like ice cream. Nuit de Bakelite was impressive. I cannot take it. I don't remember that often. Nuit de Bakelite. The name sounds familiar. Carnal flower is concentrated at 25%. Whoa. That's getting into extrait territories. I think his ouds are extraits, aren't they? The night, the moon. Naomi Goodseer. Nuit de Bakelite. I don't remember that perfume. Orto Parisi, what is this? Koyum? Is a good amber woody leather. It's awesome. Trust me. So thick and oily and smoky. Like fixing a muscle car. Rich likes it, so what do I know? About Nuit de Bakelite? I'm going to seek out some Nila Vermeers. She also has some tuberose. I don't know, man. There's lots of tuberoses out there. Tuberose. Yeah, Carnal. I don't think you can beat Carnal. Not for me, anyway. I've not found anything that I've liked more than Carnal. What's the watch of the day? The watch? What watch am I wearing? The same one I wear every day. This is my watch here. The new Shalimar flanker is a bit ice creamy. L'essence. Eloise says Nila Vermeer are beautiful often. Wally says, I hear Nila Vermeer, new. Space says, Sense for Thought did a Philosopher's Walk review. Interesting take, but he digs it. Yeah, I watched it. I saw him. Good review. Good first impressions. Eloise, can you check the batch code on your 26 paddock and let me know when it's made, what year? Often says, Eloise, I saw your video on her range, dying to try it. Nila Vermeer has an insane tuber. Ladybug says hi. 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 Hello. Won't you tell us your name? Guys, how's everybody doing? I think that's it. I'm going to go in shortly, so. And it's going to get dark here very soon. Get Along lost me with how many new releases they do. A brand can do that, definitely. Be putting out too much too much content. But no, I mean, it's not even the number of content they're putting out. It's the quality that matters. Like, if they're putting out something half interesting, fine. But then again, is it their fault or is it our fault just because we've smelled way too many things? And that could be part of it too. We've just smelled way too many things and we don't need to own everything. How are you? I'm doing great, thank you. Mikey V says, am I the only one who never checks a batch code? Mikey, me too, Mikey V. Me too, high five. I don't really worry about batch codes or... Yeah. Often says, I am trying not to get bogged down too deep in batch codes. Feels dangerous to worry about. Yeah, totally. I don't want to get caught up in batch. I don't want to get caught up, nor do I worry about them. Like, ever, I don't think about batch codes. But it's a thing, man. It's a thing. Batch codes are a thing. People memorize. Dude, I don't have a single batch code memorized in my head. How many batch codes do you guys have memorized? If you have a batch code memorized, put it in the comments and we'll see if we can guess what it is. Yeah, but I don't remember. I don't count batch codes. I don't memorize them. I don't stalk batch codes. I don't dream batch codes. If it smells good, who gives a shit when it was made? I loved Lil's being on. Yeah, Lil's was a lot of fun. And she was great. She seemed nervous, like maybe a little bit in the beginning, but she was great. She quickly flowed. It was just like pouring her cup into the river and she became the river too, right? She was only the cup for the first couple of moments when she came on. But yeah, she was great. Christian says, I just picked up 200 ml of Neroli out Renoir and Herbes Troublon. I'm loving Get Along. There you go. There we have a different take. Loving Get Along. Where is everybody on the Get Along? If you were to draw a line in the sand with Get Along, what side of it would you be standing on? There's nothing interesting on the bottom of a perfume bottle. Huh? What do you mean? There's nothing interesting on the bottom. Get a lot of wear out of them this spring, summer. Goonie pool, bro. Yo, it's gonna be dark here soon. I mean, it's not like I have anywhere to go, so I just know the Estee Lauder system of batch codes. I can almost remember the Tom Ford batch codes. Not me. I think they were 4 numbers and they were in gold. I think they were printed in gold. I don't remember the... Wearability is key. Jared says batch 14K01, my holy grail of Aventus. What is that? Zesty. Only for you. Always knee deep in batch codes. Are you? Is that for real, Paroli? Knee deep in batch. I mean, I guess if you're a vintage hunter, that's your thing. You gotta be. The only batch code I remember is Aventus Z01 because Al from the Street Sense mentioned it for years. But Z01 isn't the entire batch code. Z01 is like the last part of the batch code. What's the entire batch code? Dropout says, I don't care for batch codes either, but it's interesting. All paddocks are made in 23. The mega batch, like Carl said. Yeah, is that true? Is that true? Are they all the same batch codes? Eloise is matched up. with older batch codes. I don't remember what she said. Let me scroll back. After saying I don't care for batch codes, but here we go. We're in conversation mode. I lost it. I have no idea where that was. Batch code getting bashed now. We're just having a good time. What else are we going to talk about, Bobby? Recently picked up vintage Mitsuko, but I accidentally got the eau de cologne. Bunch of letters and numbers. Eloise says, I wouldn't have looked it up, but that's interesting. Dropout. Looks like they made it in 23. Okay, so there you go. They made one big batch. Get out of here with your Dior Home batch codes, Bobby. Mikey V says, go inside, spark up the laptop and keep her going. Something's going to be sparked up, Mikey V. Something will be sparked up. Broly is an Odyssey trying to find vintage amouage. Is on an Odyssey. Cooked veggie batches, stay away from. I want DHP 2014, please. Anyone. Good luck. Love my codes. Who's the cheeseburger boy? And why do they have a name, Cheeseburger Boy? Are there codes within codes? What's the secret? I don't know what every brand has their own system of coding. I think one set of numbers is allocated for the year of production. One might be the date. Some use like a Julian date method. Yeah, it could be year, month. I don't know. Every company has their own way of doing it. Jared says, all I know is I have vintage batch of Bellum. You're lucky. You're lucky. I even know what batch codes other people have. Come on. Keeping track of other people's. You're watching other people's batch codes. Oh. Ooh, that could be personal, man. Personal stuff. It's like looking in somebody's bank account. I've never looked at batch codes. I just spray. If you're buying modern stuff, there's no need to be looking at batch codes. But if you want something vintage, then there's perhaps that need. I don't really look at batch codes either. I just buy whatever is there. Batch codes. But every brand will tell you, doesn't matter what batch code is on the box. All our formulas are the same. Our formulas have never been changed. Nobody will admit to a reformulation. Even with a packaging change, even with a batch code change. What's happening, Brandon? Partook in the French auction today. Picked up Lame d'Eros, wooden bottle, OG Encens Matique, and a couple of 60s X-rates. Nice. Very nice. I have Charles of the Ritz Kuros. No batch code needed. What's happening, David? You look pretty in peach. Thank you, David. That is what? Compliment 4 or 5 on the peach. Wally, you want the good DHP? You better climb the batch code ladder double quick. Packaging changes are another rabbit hole. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot to remember. But you know what? There's some places online that really keep track of that. Like, I remember Raiders of the Lost Ark. There's a website, perfume website called Raiders of the Lost Ark. And he used to keep track of these batch codes, old vintage bottles. And at the time, it was the only way to find what you were looking for. Do you guys remember Raiders of the Lost Ark? Batch codes this and that. Try remembering somebody's birthday. Aye, yikes. Were you missed, Dahlia? Did somebody miss your birthday? Who missed your birthday, Dahlia? Tell us. We'll hit him with a shovel. Or a pitchfork, which you prefer. Gonna hit the sack. Be safe and have a good start to your week. Awesome. Offenlick, get some good sleep, brother. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for hanging out with us. Mikey says, I checked my batch code on my Bellum. It says Sativa 15. It should be Sativa 30. 15 is a little bit low, Mikey. We prefer our range is in the 30%. You got to get a 30, Bellum. Raiders of the Lost. Is it Raiders of the Lost? Okay, yeah. I knew it was something. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Raiders of the Lost. And that's probably what it is. Batch code haters. Eugene. I'm having a good time. Mikey, Valentino, Baboosh, Cheese. Who's Cheese Boy? Who's the cheeseburger? I'm definitely not a batch code hunter, but I'm not a hater. I'm just making fun of the hunters for a little bit. Bobby's a batch code champ. No, he's not. Bobby, I wouldn't consider Bobby a batch code biatch. Nah. I did my studies on Raiders of a Lost Scent because I am looking for vintage opium. Vintage opium. Oh, patchouli. It's all patchouli. Patchouli and amber and spice. All that is not nice, but really, really nice. Yeah, Raiders of the Lost Scent. He explains batch codes really good. Or she, whoever they are. Jared says, I remember Raiders. They had different batches of Dior Homme Intense and La Nuit. Creed batch codes are out of control. And mostly the Aventus. There's guys, like the guys that memorize 30 different versions of Aventus batch codes. That's nuts. That's out of fucking control. I wonder if Chad checks the batch codes on this guess. Little Penguin. Ferrari. A vintage. I bet you Chad has all vintage Ferragamos and Ferraris. He's got to have the best Ferrari collection in the world. Chadster. Shout out to the Chadster. Serious Fahrenheit thread on Raiders is not to be missed by anyone. Mike says, New Heiress, Mother's Milk by Antoine Lee, supposed to be really good. Very good. Anyone try Mother's Milk? Rich knows every batch of Balenciaga by heart. How many are there? How many are there? Smelling modern Aventus would turn anyone into a batch code extremist. Mike tried it 52 years ago. How was it, Mike? Did you like it? Dahlia never had mother's milk. I was a formula baby. Maybe you need the perfume. Formula baby. How do you feel about being a formula baby? Does it matter? I guess it doesn't matter. You're here, you're fine, you're good, right? You're good. You smell good. What's happening, Neville? The Balenciaga put homes all smell exactly the same. It's like a mega batch. Do they all have the same batch? A mega batch. A mega pint. Raiders of the Lost Scent. Never checked expiration date code on the food I am buying, but a perfume code? Sure, I will check. I've taken expired Advil before. Like, I'm talking a year expired. I had such a nasty headache, and I found some Advils in my toolbox. And I was like, oh, what? I never even realized I had these here. And I look at the date, and I asked my coworker, I was like, you think that these are safe to work? He's like, to take? And he's like, I wouldn't take them. And I was like, I'm going to take the chance. I had a bad perfume headache. What the fuck was I wearing? I don't know. Maybe the batch code was expired, but no, the Advil was expired. I took it anyway, and it worked. It worked fine. Headache went away. I felt great. Mike says, I don't get Rich's obsession with Balenciaga put home. Meh fragrance, if you ask me. That's all right. I don't think it's as good as Kuros, to be honest. I think Kuros is up there. Franska boy saying, hey, 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 hey. There's nothing like it, Mike V. It might not be for everyone, but something else for sure. I mean, to each their own, right? Whatever people love. Great masculine. I think there's better, though. Hope you all okay. We're doing great, Franska. How you doing? Just about to go in the gym for a workout. Yeah, everybody has their favorites, man. To be honest, I prefer Antaeus to both of those. I think I prefer Egoist to both of those as well, but Francisco Boy says, do you think you'll ever have a take on a fruity Chypre with Les Abstraits? Still need to get my Descendre. My Douleur Exquise feels lonely. That's very possible to have a fruity Chypre. I love that idea. Absolutely. It's very, very possible. Very possible, Franska. Mike says, Vintage Azzaro, Polo Green, and Teus are all ahead of Balenciaga. For you, yeah. Vintage Azzaro. What don't you like about Balenciaga? Would love to see that. I'd love to see it too. Franska, I'd love to see it too. Mikey, what's your deal with Balenciaga? Balenciaga's all right. It's a good fragrance. There's nothing wrong with it. Very soapy. That's what it reminds me of. Soap and ambergris. I get ambergris from it. Very soapy perfume. Floral, sudsy. But yeah, I mean, it gets a lot of support. Balenciaga gets a lot of love. You go into the forums, into vintage forums, and what's your favorite vintage Balenciaga, 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 Balenciaga pour homme, Balenciaga pour homme. It's like, guys love it. So it does get its fair share of love. As do all the classics, though. All classics get a lot of love. I think the next Les Abs will be a fruity Chypre leather. I hope it is, but is Antoine able to do that? Won't we need Angelos Creations olfactives? He is so good with Chypre. I'm sure they're both able to create really nice Chypres. Space says if you do a Chypre but something like tomato leaf, that would fit perfectly. Tomato leaf Chypre. Mike says about Balenciaga, it's okay. I find it screechy off my skin, sharp, piercing. Coromandel has something boozy in it. Benzoin, probably. Benzoin for sure. All right, guys, let's do this. I'm gonna get going, but it's already dark here. I think the new Balenciaga bottles are so timeless and gorgeous and yet modern. Yet Coromandel has benzoin and incense. Angelos Creations are not IFRA regulated. Smell delicious, but Antoine did a great job in making all the smells textures while IFRA. Yeah, exactly. Bobby, I said Amouage Purpose has a cooked vegetable smell. Guys, have a great night wherever you are in the world. Love you. Love what you're doing. I'll see y'all soon. Bye for now. Ta-ta. Thanks for being with us. Let's go get some. Let's go get it. Bye, guys. Ta-ta.